I never imagined betrayal could be so blatant, so deliberate, that the person I trusted would plan a vacation with someone else behind my back. But that's exactly what happened when my wife went on a secret trip with her coworker, and how I reclaimed my home, my life, and my dignity. This is my story, how I discovered her betrayal, changed the locks, and filed for divorce. My name is Rehan. I had been married to my wife, Amina, for 8 years. We shared a comfortable home, mutual friends, and what I thought was a happy marriage. From the outside, everything seemed perfect, but beneath the surface, Amina had been hiding a secret life. The first signs of trouble were subtle. Amina started taking frequent work trips, became secretive about her phone, and was unusually defensive when I asked questions. At first, I brushed it off as stress or professional obligations, but the unease in my gut never left me. Then I discovered the truth. A mutual friend accidentally mentioned that Amina was on vacation, not for work, but with a male coworker. The revelation hit me like a punch to the chest. The woman I trusted had been planning a secret getaway with someone else, effectively cheating while pretending our marriage was intact. Shock, anger, and heartbreak consumed me. I could have confronted her immediately, but I realized that calm, strategic action was the best way to regain control. I changed the locks on our home while she was away, ensuring she couldn't return without accountability. It was a symbolic and practical assertion of control, my way of saying that betrayal had consequences. Once she returned, I confronted her calmly and firmly. She tried to justify her actions, claiming stress, dissatisfaction, and a desire for excitement. But the evidence was undeniable. The vacation, messages, and photos confirmed her affair. There was no room for excuses, and no way to manipulate the situation further. I filed for divorce immediately. With documentation of her betrayal and the secret vacation, the legal proceedings were straightforward. She lost claims to shared assets, financial leverage, and any attempts to manipulate custody or living arrangements. The court ensured that the consequences reflected the gravity of her actions. The social consequences were also significant. Friends, family, and acquaintances learned of her betrayal, and her credibility suffered. The co-worker she had been involved with faced accountability as well, both socially and professionally. Her audacious attempt to maintain secrecy collapsed completely. Emotionally, the journey was intense. The shock of betrayal, humiliation, and anger were overwhelming, but over time, I rebuilt my life. I focused on my independence, self-respect, and the well-being of my children, if any were involved. Silence and distance became my tools for healing, letting her actions speak louder than words ever could. Months later, I reflected on the lessons learned. Betrayal can be bold, audacious, and deliberate, but strategic, calm action restores power, dignity, and control. Changing the locks, asserting boundaries, and filing for divorce were not acts of vengeance. They were acts of survival and reclaiming my life. The hardest lesson I learned is this: trust, once broken, must be replaced with accountability. Betrayal has consequences, and handling it with clarity and decisiveness allows you to regain control over your own life. Amina's cheating vacation destroyed her credibility, relationships, and trust. I changed the locks, filed for divorce, and rebuilt my life. And in the aftermath, the strongest form of justice I found was peace, dignity, and closure. Wife went on a cheating vacation with a coworker, but I changed the locks and divorced. And in the aftermath, accountability, truth, and personal freedom prevailed.